and I'll snap into a front head. So this shoulder is gonna hammer the back of his arm like a sledgehammer. That's my mental picture. So I'm coming in for the trip. He steps back. Oh, this is coming over the top, and I'm looking for my butt drags, get my hips on his head. It's from right here, this overhook. Take inside trip. It's a good setup. I get a lot for headlocks like that because guys are already kind of, they know that I like to use my feet a lot. So they'll come into me hard, upper body, and I'll just kind of hit that. And if I get that hip going back, this is what makes it. Just this little to there is what's going to make the move work. This won't make it. If this has to go like this, that's where you're in trouble. This head's got to come down, so this shoulder just has to do that. Now arm comes over. So if you have to reach, you're going to get done. Even if I get him here, he can just drop his knee, send me over the top. So most important thing, it's, you know, if you just keep it in your head and say, I'm gonna do this, don't be dramatic with it, that's the key. If you gotta do any dramatic movements when your upper body, it's probably gonna be a defense for it. So as long as I keep everything, boom, you know, real tight, it's hard to defend. And if I don't get it, you know, if I don't get this, I'm still here. I'm looking for something else. But I'm at it over and under. You know? And if he doesn't react, throw my trip.
You work that off the 1-1 back trap, inside trip?
The inside trip. From here is a little different. I would more like try and get his weight off that leg and pull it out this way. Like a baseball stick. But it's the same thing. That's three. Freestyle. Scholastic, you're going to be in scramble. But it's the same thing. What makes this work is this hand, this shoulder. So I can attack him here. You know, now I got this. So now this is going to take a half jump. 3 points. You know, be ready to bail out there. 3-1, you know, but it's a funky situation. You gotta like just play with it. You know? Inside trip from an underhook, you said, right?
Yeah.
This is gonna have to take that step. This hip's gonna have to come in, and everything's gonna have to go.
You would grab that far ankle if you were starting to pace out.
You might have to if he doesn't go down, you know. I like to just collapse this down. Now push this. See how that kind of drags him down with me? From an underhook. I know a lot of guys hit it from there. I'm not that comfortable with it. I'm a little short too, you know. So I don't want to leave his upper body up there. And if I slide here, I don't want to be here. I might have to grab his ankle. I might have to lock my hands. I might have to wrestle out of there. Against a tall guy, I don't want to pull him and pivot him. Kind of like this. And I can do that from the pitch of this elbow. Same way I hit my trip. I'm over and under. That's just that same way I'm going to turn it. This way. That's how so it's from that. Any other questions from the underhook?
When you hit you attempted the trip to a front headlock, go behind. Were you lock it from the front headlock?
From inside trip to the front head? Yeah, I can. You can lock. I mean, you might have to lock. Depends on what he does and how you feel in that situation. I'm right here. You might not have to attempt the trip. Sometimes the guy's just got a loose underhook and he's keeping his hips away from me. I'll just kind of hit, the main thing is I want to pinch this arm and go like this. So that's going to drop his head, short enough that I can go like this. And then from here, I'm going to settle in my front head. The foot sweep, the inside trip will set that up. But a lot of guys, you know, I've hit this on them. You know, they're expecting me to push into them. Zone's right there. I'm just gonna get out of the way. And they don't expect to be there. You know, they expect to be in an over and under fight. And you know, you change the scenario up on them real quick. They don't have time to react. A lot of times, I'll wind up in a double leg. You know, I'll be right here. I get here, step, and run through. And if the zone's still there, it's still there. You know, I'm running through them, looking for three, looking for one. And scholastic, I'm looking, if I'm up, head on one side, feet on the other, solidify my two, and working from there. You know, so even though I'm in the front head, I just might only be here for a second just to do that. Well, that's from most of the time when I'm in front headlock, I don't want to hold. You know, like same thing with a Russian or 2-on-1. A front headlock is a control tie. You know, you're controlling his whole upper body. So the longer I'm here, the longer he has to think about what I'm going to do, react to me. Same thing with a Russian, like I said earlier. The longer I'm here, not doing anything. So I might just hit that one move where I'm stepping up. To make him react to me. Same thing with a front head. I don't want to be seen. Now, here, if he pops back up, you know, it's a jab step. Start looking to run through. Trail leg, with a double leg, high crotch. A lot of lighter guys, they wind up here in this elbow fight. They'll grab my elbow. They'll be in here, they can't really run. You know, so I'll look to pick. I'll look to slam this down. The thing is, I don't want to stay with my control tie to let him react to me. I want it to be successful. You know, I want it to score for the week. So most of the time, from over and under to the front head, that shot will come pretty quick. I'll fake something here. His hip will go back. This will come here. Then I'll be pulling it. I'm gonna take like a jab step. So from my front head, I'm just gonna step and pull to get that angle. And then this hand, when I get that angle, it's coming here. And I'm running through him. I might not even need to let go of his head. You know, I might this hand might just stay here on his head. The only time I will let go of his head is if his head pops up. So I'm here. Now his head's popping up. Now I gotta commit. Double leg or high crotch. But ideally I'd want to keep his head and his hands and just kind of force him down, you know? Any questions from there? What I like to do, yeah, I show it two ways. I show one for my underhook, because I get this a lot. I'll pull, push, and I'll come here, right? So now I'm here. He's probably going to be holding this elbow pretty tight right here. So right here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buck into him, and I'm going to send everything to where he's holding my elbow. I'm going to turn palm up, and pull it down. So everything's going to be like this. See that? Now this shoulder is heavy on his head. It's not a dramatic heavy. It's not like this. But it's just this. And this, same thing. I'm thinking sledgehammer. This arm comes out, push the elbow, pulling my hips on top. Right here, I'm just gonna buck into him. Here. Now my hips are on top here. He's on his elbow. Switch sides. But in a front headlock, I wanted to carry my body. So as soon as I can get him to here, this is what I want. Switch sides. I like pulling this to here. Now he's got my whole body on top. Same thing from here. He's holding my elbow. Now I just have a traditional front headlock. Same thing here. I can't get my elbow back to sink my head. I'm gonna buck into him, and the same thing's gonna happen. Just like that. So the motion is just like this. Buck it in. Regular front headlock. Any other questions on anything I showed?